pour and pour and pour until there's nothing left, right? And then what? The very ones you believed in, the ones you thought would never hurt you, they twist the knife. Oh, they do. And the worst part, they smile while doing it. Feels sharp, doesn't it? Like someone ripped your heart clean out of your chest and left you with nothing but the hollow pain. Burns like a wound that refuses to close. But hear me out, kid. Your kindness was rare, a treasure, but their betrayal, that's going to cost them, and it won't be cheap. You gave them everything, your time, your loyalty, your heart. And what did they do with it? They took it all and laughed when you weren't looking. They mistook your compassion for weakness, something they could use and discard. But here's what they didn't get. That kindness was never weakness. It was your strength, a gift. And their betrayal, oh, they're going to pay for it, every ounce. You see, I've met souls like yours before, people who still believe that if they're kind enough, true enough, the world will finally be fair. That goodness will be returned. But you're different. You're one of those rare hearts that keep giving, even when it hurts, still hoping. The universe will see, will care, will reward. But let me break it to you, and listen close, because it'll cut deep. They don't care. No one does. And that's the punchline, isn't it? You gave everything. You gave them everything. Your heart, your soul, your time, your voice. And what did they give you in return? Nothing. Not even scraps. Worse, they took your warmth and bent it, twisted it into a weapon. They turned your love into a tool, used you up, played pretend, and when they had all they needed, they dropped you like you meant nothing. And that betrayal, it wasn't even slow. No, they tore through you like a storm, fast, ruthless, left you in pieces, staring at the floor, asking yourself what the hell you did wrong. But deep down, you know the truth. You didn't do anything wrong. You were just too kind, too honest, too real. That was your only fault. And now, you're left bleeding, trying to make sense of the wreckage they caused. You're still sitting there, wondering why they did it, why anyone would do that to you. Let me give you the answer, because people like them, they're afraid, cowards. They don't know what to do with someone who shines, someone who gives, without asking, someone who's whole. Terrifies them because they're empty, because you have something they lack, like fire, heart. Instead of valuing it, they smash it, because breaking beauty is easier than facing the mirror and admitting they'll never be like you. But here's the twist. Their betrayal, oh, they'll pay more than they ever imagined. It's going to cost them, and not just a little. It'll cost them everything. They think you're broken, but you're not yet. Yeah, they hurt you. Yeah, they left you with bruises, with wounds that ran deep. But guess what? Wounds heal, scars fade, and when they do, you're not just whole again. You're better, stronger, sharper, and they'll still be what they've always been. Pathetic, small. I know what you're thinking. Why should I listen to someone like you? Fair point. I'm not a saint, not a preacher. Hell, I'm barely someone you'd ask for advice. But sometimes, it takes a little chaos to see things clearly. Sometimes, the ones who've crawled through the fire are the only ones who know how not to get burned. Now don't get it twisted. I'm not telling you to turn into me. The world's barely surviving one of me already. But there's a space, a narrow road between being a doormat and being a monster. Find that line. Claim it. Build your armor from it. Make it your stronghold, your fortress. Because people like you, you're rare. You've got something they don't. You make the world feel alive. You make people feel seen, safe, loved. Like maybe, just maybe, everything's going to be alright. And that terrifies them, because they don't know what to do with someone who shines. So they do what they always do. They bleed you dry. They drain every bit of your soul until you've got nothing left to give. And once they've emptied you, they walk away. But here's where things shift. Interesting, isn't it? You're still here, still breathing, still fighting. And that means something. It means you're built from something stronger than they ever imagined. They tried to crush you, but all they did was forge you. They tried to silence you, but didn't realize you were a storm waiting to roar. And now it's time to rise. Time to stop begging to be seen. To stop searching for love in hearts that only know how to take. Because here's the truth. Kindness is not a currency this world respects. That's the cruel joke, isn't it? You believed your kindness was your power. But I'll tell you something. It's not. Your power comes from the fire burning inside you. The part that says, not today. Even when everything falls apart. The part that refuses to surrender. That's where the real strength lives. And now, you've got to learn how to wield it. How to protect it. How to survive in a world that feeds on the soft-hearted. You've got to stop giving like your worth depends on it. You've got to learn how to take. Have you ever noticed? The ones who take never apologize. They climb, they conquer, they survive because they're not worried about being liked. They see what they want and they grab it. No guilt, no shame. And maybe, just maybe, it's time you did the same. I'm not saying you become a monster. Oh no, you're better than that. But you've got to stop letting them tear you down. You've got to stop letting betrayal write your story. Stop pouring your soul into people who only bring you pain. Stop bleeding for people who wouldn't bleed for you. You've been gentle long enough. You've been forgiving long enough. And where has it led you? Shattered, alone, doubting your own worth, asking yourself if maybe you were the one to blame. But you weren't. They were. They always were. And now it's time they finally see it. It's time they feel the weight of what they threw away. It's time they learn their betrayal wasn't just a mistake. It was the worst decision they ever made. Because here's the truth. They saw your heart and mistook it for weakness. They thought kindness made you easy to bend, easy to break. But all it did was make you more dangerous. Because now you've run out of tears, run out of second chances. Now you've got nothing left to lose. And that's your superpower. Because once you have nothing left to lose, you become a storm. Unstoppable, untamed, unapologetic. You stop asking for permission, stop waiting to be chosen, and you realize you were always enough. You don't need their yes, you don't need their praise. All you ever needed was to believe in yourself. You want to know why they turned on you? Because they were scared. Scared of your fire, scared of the way you shine when you finally stop shrinking yourself, scared of what would happen if you ever stepped into your full power. And they were right to fear it, because now you rise. Now you'll turn every wound into a weapon, every scar into strength, every heartbreak into a crown. Because pain teaches you what no comfort ever could. Pain, it carves you, it shapes you, it reveals the truth of who you are. And you've walked through fire. You've been stabbed in the back by the very ones you held close. But still, you're here, still breathing, still standing. And that means you're stronger than you think. That means there's a fire inside you they couldn't kill, no matter how hard they tried. And now it's time to unleash it. You've wasted too much time waiting for validation, hoping they'd finally see your light. But here's the truth. They never will. Not until you make them. Not until you step up and show them you're not some background character in their story. You're the storm they never saw coming. You're the threat they should have feared. They saw your softness and mistook it for weakness. They thought they could break you and walk away clean. But now they'll see just how wrong they were. You're going to make them realize your kindness was never a flaw. It was your power, and they wasted it. They threw it away like it meant nothing. But now the price comes due. And no, you won't lift a hand. You don't need revenge. You don't need to strike, because the universe, it doesn't forget. It always collects. All you have to do is rise. All you have to do is glow so bright they choke on the darkness they left you in. Let their betrayal become your fuel. Let it turn you into something sharper, smarter, unbreakable. So what's it going to be? Are you going to sit there, mourning the damage they did? Or are you going to rise up, wipe the dust from your soul, and remind them they picked the wrong one to break? Remember this, the world doesn't hand you power, respect. You don't wait around for it, you claim it. And once it's yours, you guard it like fire. Never let anyone dim your flame. Now get out there and craft the next chapter, the one where you rise. You've been gentle long enough. Now it's time to awaken your power. Now it's time to take back everything that's yours. And don't forget this, the world won't offer you anything on a silver plate. You've got to seize it with fire in your eyes and steel in your grip. Stop waiting for open doors. Break them, shatter the locks. The only green light you need is your own. You hold the pen now. You have the strength to rewrite your fate, to tear apart the script they wrote, to keep you small. So go, make it the kind of story they'll wish they fought for. Let every scar, every stab in the back, fuel your rise. Transform every wound into unstoppable force. Become the hurricane you were born to be. After all, even storms get named after legends for a reason.